I'm Professor Peter Fernandez, and welcome to United States History 1301 Online. This is Flex 2. This will be an 8-week course, so we'll be zooming through, covering a lot of material, but hopefully we'll keep it interesting. First of all, what books will you need? I always get that question. You do need the required textbooks, which are Thinking Through the Past, Volume 1. All this information is on Canvas, by the way, so you don't have to be writing this down. But once again, you'll need Thinking Through the Past, Volume 1, and the American Spirit, Volume 1, 13th edition. American Spirit puts out a 12th edition, but you will need the 13th edition. How are you being evaluated? Well, the evaluation, or how you get your grade, is based on four criteria. First is reading quizzes. That'll be 30% of your grade. Secondary and primary analysis is 30%. These are questions regarding primary source readings and secondary source readings. 30% of your grade is from discussion posts. You'll be writing a 300-word post on the discussion question that's put for that week, for that module, worth 70 points. And then you need to reply to a fellow student's post and let them know exactly what you thought of it, being very nice and constructive. And that's worth 30 points, totaling 100 points. So discussion posts are weekly in your modules, and that's worth 30% of your grade. And lastly, 10% of your grade is on a public history project, which we'll go over, I believe, next week or the week after. Don't get concerned or too concerned about it. It should be a lot of fun, and I'll go into more detail of what I'm looking to get from you on that. Okay, reading quizzes. You will be required to read the assigned readings, which will be listed in Canvas every week. The quizzes will be completed online. So they're multiple choice quizzes, and each module will have 2 quizzes, a quiz A and quiz B. They will be required. They're a pretty good chunk of your grade, 30%. Now, the reading quizzes are not designed to be difficult. They're just to make sure that you have done the reading, because you need to do the reading if you want to get the overall concept of the discussions we'll be having, and also the overall thematic mood in the country at that time period. So you are responsible for the reading, and these reading quizzes kind of keep us all honest and make sure that you have done the reading prior to delving into deeper meanings of movements and things such as that. So you are responsible to do the reading quizzes. They're not supposed to be difficult, but if you haven't done the reading, you're not going to do very well on the quizzes. Once again, there's 2 quizzes per module per week. They're broken up into an A and B part. So you're responsible for reading quiz A and reading quiz B. Now, in each module, starting in module 2, there'll either be 1 or 2 assignments. One of 2, either a primary source analysis assignment, which is several questions I want you to answer, or a secondary source critical thinking assignment, which is critical thinking questions. So look per module, and it'll actually have it listed there which one I'm looking for you to do. I'll give you a source that you should have read, and there'll be several questions that you need to answer for this assessment, for this assignment. Okay? And all this information, once again, is in Canvas in the introduction module, which will have primary source analysis questions and how to answer those, and critical thinking analysis questions and how to answer those. So I give you everything you need, all the tools in this introduction module. And like I mentioned, the 10% of your grade is that public history project. It's going to be it won't be too difficult. For all practical purposes, I'm going to be looking for you to pick a historical site or monument in and around our city or our state, if you have that available to you. And you're going to be writing something and possibly doing some sort of video on it also. But I'll go into more detail within the next 2 weeks. Now, the timing of the course. This first introduction module is kind of the anomaly. It's going to be a little different because we're starting Monday, which hopefully is today you're looking at this, and it'll Monday through Thursday. So basically this first module is the services available to you, the tools you have available, the online tutoring, things like that. And then the second part of the introduction module, part B, is the meat and potatoes of what is a primary source analysis, how do you do a critical thinking analysis, how to actively write. It kind of gives you what we're going to be doing and how you need to do it. So starting this Friday, the module 2 will open up. So the timing is our weeks will go from Friday to Thursday with a new module opening up the next Friday. And that's how it'll work, Friday to Thursday. So this Friday, module 2 will open up and it will close next Thursday. In the modules, as they open up, you'll see that all the readings will be listed. So you're responsible for all the readings. But I'm breaking it up into 2 parts, a part A and a part B, because I know there's a lot of reading. So I want you to read part A readings first, and then there's a reading quiz. Reading quiz A is due by Monday. Now there's a part B reading assignment or reading assessments, and that's reading quiz B, which is due by Tuesday. In addition, there will be video lectures in there. It's basically some of the PowerPoints that I actually gave to my face-to-face classes, but with my narration over it. I do want you are responsible for looking at my video lectures. I don't want you to take a lot of notes when looking at the lectures, the PowerPoints, because during the PowerPoints, I'll let you know what I really want you to remember, the takeaway from it. So don't be taking a lot of notes over the PowerPoints and my lectures. I want you to listen to them and view them, but I'll let you know exactly what I'm looking for you to remember, and I'm really good about that. Now, I mentioned in the modules, there'll be either a primary source analysis assignment or a critical thinking assignment on there in each module. Now, the timing and when those are due are different for each module, so it's up to you to look into each module for the week that you're on and find out exactly when those are due. But regarding reading quizzes, reading quiz A is always going to be due on Monday by 11:59. Reading quiz B will be due by Tuesday of 11:59. You will have a discussion that you're responsible, a discussion post that I will ask you to write 300 words regarding the interpretation thoughts of the assigned topic that I give you for that week. That is worth 70 points. You will be required to reply to a fellow student's discussion with at least 50 words. And the reply, I want you to kind of reply to what they wrote and their thinking and their interpretation of the question or the topic. And that is worth 30 points. 70 plus 30 would be the 100 possible you can have for discussion. Now, we will be using Canvas extensively throughout this course. So if you're not familiar with Canvas, I would advise you to do that as soon as you can, or look into what you don't know about Canvas. In the introduction module, which you're going through right now, there are a lot of resources, including technical support. I'm not very good technically other than online in this setting. So there are a lot of resources you have at your disposal to get more information regarding computer issues. Now, classroom policies. I do not accept late work. So due dates are due dates. So every week, you have the reading quiz A is due by Monday at 11:59 p.m. Reading quiz B is due Tuesday at 11:59. Wednesday you have to have posted your response in you had to have posted your 300-word discussion post by Wednesday at 11:59, and by Thursday you had to have replied by a fellow student. So those are hard due dates. Do not forget those due dates. Okay. In addition, plagiarism and any type of cheating will not be condoned in my class. Academic dishonesty is a serious issue and offense and could lead to a failing grade or worse, expulsion from the college. So just don't do it. It's simple enough. And I really haven't had any trouble here at Northwest Vista. In your posts, in your replies, I need you to be respectful. The new term is netiquette. Proper etiquette on the net. Proper etiquette in your online responses, in your posts, which your fellow classmates are going to see, which I'm going to see in grade. So be respectful. Think of others when you're writing. Read, reread, and make sure it's something you're proud to put out there. Okay? Pretty simple. Should be no problem for the majority of the class. Now, if there are any issues or any complaints regarding the class or anything in particular here at Northwest Vista, please come and talk to me. My office hours. I am located in Pecan Hall, 102L. I am there Monday afternoons from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Monday afternoon. I'm also located Monday and Wednesday from 6:30 in the morning to 8 in the morning in Live Oak Hall, room 108. I have a class there at 8 o'clock, and I'm there every Monday and Wednesday morning from about 6:30 in the morning to about 8 in the morning. So I actually have my office hours in there. So if you're going to come see me, shoot me an email, make sure I confirm it so that I make sure and I'm there and I haven't gone out to another meeting possibly. And I'm always willing to stick around afterwards, or maybe there's another day that you can only make a certain day. Just be sure to confirm with me. But I can let you know that I do have office hours Monday afternoon from 11 to 2 p.m. in Pecan Hall 102L. And in my classroom from about 6:30 in the morning to 8. And then at 8 o'clock, that class starts. So I can't see anyone after that. But either way, whenever you're going to come see me, let me know via email just to make sure we're confirmed. Okay. Now, if you need to get a hold of me other than coming to see me, shoot me an email. I'm really good about getting back to you, students fairly quickly, especially if it's Monday through Friday. Weekends may not get back to you as soon as you'd like, but I have a little bit of a life on the weekends. So I still tend to get back to students, even if it's on a Saturday or Sunday. So shoot me an email, and I'm really good about getting back to you as soon as I can. I believe that's about it. So this is the introduction module. This is fairly short. We're starting today, Monday, and we'll go through Thursday. I do expect you to look at all the pages in this introduction, and there is a discussion in here. So you have to do the discussion. It's basically an introduction of who you are and what do you think about history, and you replying to another fellow student's post on who they are and what they think of history. And we really hit the ground running this Friday with Module 2, and that's where the readings come into play and the reading quizzes. One last thing. On Fridays when the new modules open up with the quizzes and the discussions and the assessments, you don't have to wait till the due date. You can do all this stuff earlier. So just because it has a due date, if you want to knock everything out that weekend, that's up to you. It's just a matter of the next module really doesn't open up till the Friday afterwards. So I really don't set this up so that you can do the entire course in one weekend. You will have to do it progressively with the rest of the class, but you don't have to wait till due dates for the quizzes and the assessments and the discussion. All right. I hope we have a great semester. I really look forward to interacting with all of you online or during my office hours. And have a great day and a great week.